Welcome to Good Evening KU Sports. I'm Jaden Hill, your host for all things in the sports world. The NBA regular season has come to a close and will launch into the first round of the playoffs in 5 short days, April 20th. Until that point, lower seed teams battle it out to secure one more chance at postseason play. Chan Wu will describe the tournament and who has a chance of surviving until the end. With some news a little closer to home, KU football had its annual spring showcase last Friday. Despite the end of last season, Jalen Daniels seemed healthy and ready for the 2024 season. Freshmen Cole Ballard and Isaiah Marshall showed promise as quarterbacks with some impressive plays throughout the scrimmage. Finally, Jalen Dye made some big defensive moves that will make him a player to keep an eye out for next season. With more details, Emma Noble will talk to us from the Hill. What do you got, Emma?
Good afternoon, Jayhawks. My name is Emma Noble, and I'm reporting to you live from on top of the hill. Now, today I'm not going to be reporting to you about graduation that's happening in the next 4 weeks, but rather KU football as they had their annual spring showcase last Friday night. I'm here to give you the rundown. Starting off strong, Jalen Daniels is back on the field. KU fans are all well aware that the quarterback did not participate in the last 9 games of the 2023 season due to injury, but last Friday night, he showed up and showed out. He threw an absolute dime to senior wide receiver Quentin Skinner during the live 11v11 scrimmage and definitely showed fans that he is back and better than ever, ready to take on his senior season. Now, the rest of the scrimmage was filled with some younger talent, like redshirt freshman quarterback Cole Ballard and freshman quarterback Isaiah Marshall. Both athletes showed big-time promise during the Friday scrimmage, with Cole Ballard throwing a rocket launch of a pass within the first couple of minutes of him taking on the field. Isaiah Marshall also threw a touchdown pass and was able to run one in during his time, showing absolute promise from the two young players. However, both quarterbacks did throw 2 interceptions, but Coach Leipold says he's not too worried about the turnovers since the boys performed well leading up to the showcase than the practices beforehand. On the defense side, redshirt junior safety Jalen Dye had quite the night as well. His defense was turned on as he ripped the ball out of freshman Hunter Luke's hand and took it all the way to score. He is definitely a player to keep an eye out for this next upcoming season. It's clear that the Jayhawks are going to be coming in hot and strong into Children's Mercy Park and Arrowhead Stadium next season. As you can see behind me, the Kansas David Booth Memorial Stadium is under construction. I know the Jayhawks are going to take the momentum from this Friday night showcase on to next season, and I'm looking forward to it. That's all from up here on the hill. Now I'm giving it back to you, Chanwoo, in the studio.
Thank you, Emma. As of yesterday, the 2023-24 NBA regular season ended, and the postseason is coming. In the chaos of both conferences, the play-in tournament is locked in. So I'm here to tell you what the play-in tournament is and which teams are surviving now. So basically, number 7, 8, 9, and 10 seed teams in each conference enter the play-in tournament, and they will battle to secure the final 2 tickets in each conference playoffs. In this tournament, teams can get home court advantage according to their standing. However, advantage is just advantage. In this unpredictable tourney, any team can survive or drop, no matter where they are now. By the way, this regular season was incredibly competitive even until the last game. In the West, Suns, Pelicans, Lakers, Kings, and Warriors had to win to keep and go up more. In the East as well, the gap between the number 2 seed Knicks and the number 8 seed Heat was only 4 games. So here's the outlook of the play-in tournament. In a nutshell, the number 7 76ers will host the number 8 Heat, and the winner will earn the number 7 seed in the East. If they win, they can avoid number 1 seed Celtics in the first round. So this matchup gonna be so exciting to watch. And the loser will play against the winner of the game between the number 9 Bulls and number 10 Hawks. After these games, the playoff will finally begin. So among Embiid, Butler, DeRozan and Trae Young, we can only watch 2 of them in the real playoff. The same goes for the Western Conference. Number 7 Pelicans will host the number 8 Lakers, and the winner will earn the number 7 seed in the West. And the losing team will play against the winner of the game between the number 9 Kings and number 10 Warriors. They had met in the playoff last season as the number 3 and number 6 seed. Do you want to watch LeBron and Curry play more? Well, nobody knows. Yeah, that's almost everything you should know about the 2024 play-in tournament. Let's see what happens.
In honor of the NBA postseason, Cooper Hannon has cooked up yet another quiz for us. As we've mentioned before, the contestants are playing for a chance to compete in the end-of-semester games. Of course, we encourage you all to play along with us and see if you can compete against the best of the Good Evening KU team. Without further ado, here is the Game Master himself.
Thank you, Jaden. I guess that's the new nickname. They call me the Game Master. You know, I don't hate it. I don't love it. I prefer maybe a little schmoop. But hey, you can also call me Cooper Hannon. That is the host. Here we go. Today we got ourselves a basketball quiz. We got a new face. We got a familiar face. Let's meet you guys. What's going on?
Bez. I'm Tyler.
All right, Tyler. I know you've come on here time and time again. What are you coming off a first win? Are you maybe got some energy left over, or?
You know, I really had to leave it all out on the, court last time. And I'm just hoping that we're going to be able to rebound and get it done today, too, and advance in this tournament.
All right, cool. Bez?
Not happening today, Tyler. I think I'm going to take this one. I'm excited to be on the quiz as producer of the show. I've always wanted to be a part of this, and man, it's a blessing to be here. Thank you, Cooper.
All right, without further ado, let's get right into it. Here we go. Which team ended the regular season with the best? All right, Bez, you got that right away?
Boston Celtics.
Boston Celtics would be correct. On the board one early. I do got to say, you do next time got to let me finish the question.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
But hey,
bad.
Rookie mistake.
It was one of the best regular seasons in NBA history, so I was really excited to answer it.
All right, well, let's get right into question 2 then. Which team will not participate in the play-in game? Top 4 answers are on the board. Bez, right again.
Brooklyn Nets.
The Brooklyn Nets, as he looks in Tyler's eyes, would be correct. Off to an early 2-0 lead. The Brooklyn Nets, yeah, they're not making the play-in game.
Disappointing.
Question 3, which team won the division in the Southeast? You got the top 4 answers on the board.
You want to answer it, Tyler? I know it, but I'll let you go first.
Yeah, I guess
Cocky and confident. Tyler, all right, well, maybe you got a right answer. Let's hear it.
All right, well, I'm gonna guess Heat.
Heat would be incorrect. That answer was actually ice cold. Bez, you got an answer?
Orlando Magic.
Orlando Magic would be correct. I don't know if he's doing some sort of witch magic right now, but he is cooking. Let's move on to question 4. Which team is the 8th seed and is going to be playing in a play-in game in the Western Conference? Tyler?
Is it the Lakers?
The Lakers would be correct. They
On
are
the
the 8th
board.
seed. On the board.
Wow.
What do we got? 3-1 now? All right.
I believe.
You can come back. It's still not
You
over.
have a chance?
But hey, let's move on to question 5. Maybe you'll find some luck. Question 5. Which team had the worst record in the league this year?
Ooh.
Tyler?
Yeah, it's got to be the Wizards.
The Wizards would be unfortunately incorrect.
No way.
Barely did not.
It's the Pistons.
Bez,
It's
Pistons
the Pistons.
would be correct.
forgot.
They had the worst record by 1 game over the Wizards.
Oh, the Wizards are worse though, I think, than the
Dude,
Pistons.
Jordan Poole cannot lead a team.
Yeah, that
That's
team is
crazy.
horrible.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
both pretty unlucky. Here we go. Question 6.
Oh.
Which team will the Pelicans or the Lakers play in the round of playoffs once they reach the playoffs? Tyler?
Yeah. Was it the Nuggets?
Yeah, the Nuggets were correct. Tyler, I think he had a little bit of
Right.
cheating there, but we'll let it slide. Well, folks, we are getting to, there's the Nuggets.
Oh, man.
But we are getting right to it. The bonus question.
cow.
It's 4-2. So you guys know the rules. Bez is up 2 or more points, so he will get the first answer. So without further ado, I think the answer might have been
nervous.
told earlier in the show. So if you pay attention,
Oh my goodness.
let's get right into
Oh
it.
my.
When will the first game of the NBA playoffs be? Which day?
Hang on. What's today's
whoa,
date?
whoa, whoa, whoa,
It's the
whoa,
15th. I was
whoa.
checking the date. The answers on the board are dates. So I wanted to see today's Monday, April 15th. So I believe it's
Producers out here.
Friday, which would be 16, 17. 18. I'm going to go A, or 1, I guess, on your board. April 20th.
April 20th would be correct. Bez comes in, first game of the season, first ever game show, comes in, takes the cake. Bez, how do you feel?
I feel like a winner, Cooper. I feel like a winner. I feel just super blessed. I just want to thank all my family members who helped me across the way to put me in this position today. I want to thank my opponent, Tyler, for not knowing as many questions as me because, man, this is a great feeling. Tyler, I see why you were so excited last week, and I could definitely see why Chan Wu loves beating you because, man, it is a great feeling. What do you think?
It's been a rough season. In the words of Herm Edwards, you play to win the game, and I didn't win a lot this season.
It's okay.
You know what?
We're
It
here to
happens.
get better. We're here to get better.
Someone's got to be the loser. Unfortunately, you are eliminated from the bracket. Bez, we will likely see you next week in the semifinals.
Oh, man.
Who will take on Chan Wu? That is the question. Who will beat him?
It's not. I'm scared. I don't want to.
All right, well,
Let's say
thank you.
Tyler again.
That's all we have today. Thanks for watching. Let's get right into it.
Missed the bus again?
Yeah.
You should download My Bus Lawrence. You can see when buses are arriving here, and you can also see where the buses are in Lawrence.
Wow. Okay.
Download the My Bus Lawrence app today.
From adversity, we rose. We made history and became pioneers, voyagers, champions, Jayhawks. And when our chant rises, haunting and hallowed, Jayhawks are telling the world what's near. Victory.
I don't know about you guys, but it was tough to watch Tyler lose once again pretty badly. But moving on from that, we couldn't close the show without addressing the biggest golf event of the year, the Master. Tiger Woods played for his first tournament of the year. Rory tried to complete the Grand Slam and capture his 5th major, and Scotty tried to remain on the top of the golf world. Colton Keenan will give us a trip down the fairway with all of this and more. Last week, Brady and Josh gave us a pretty comprehensive rundown of their NBA predictions. Now they are here to give us their thoughts, prayers, and opinions for the NFL draft. What do you have for us today, boys?
All right, so the NFL draft is coming up real soon. So Brady and I want to give our first 12 picks and make our own little mock draft. So without further ado, this is Brady and I's mock draft.
First off with the Chicago Bears, we got the obvious choice. Caleb Williams, they already cleared the way. Traded Justin Fields. Me and Josh both got Caleb Williams. Best talent we've seen in a while in college football. It seems like the obvious pick here.
Yeah, the Bears haven't had a good quarterback since Bears have never had a good quarterback. So hopefully Caleb Williams will be the one. He's one of the top prospects we've seen in so long. So that's an obvious first pick. Number 2, with the Washington Commanders, we have the Commanders taking, or my pick for the Commanders is Jalen Daniels, the Heisman winner out of LSU. I mean, this guy's a beast. He can run, he can throw. There's a lot of weapons, so this will be a great pick for them.
Yeah, for number 2, I got the Washington Commanders picking Drake May. I love his build. I think he's a great talent, has a great arm, and I'm really excited to see him play. I think he's going to be a great pro.
Yeah, he's going to be a great quarterback. All right, now with the 3rd pick, I'm switching it up, and I have the Patriots taking Drake May with this pick. I mean, he's giving me shades of Zach Wilson, but you know what? All the talent's there, so maybe he'll be a beast for the New England Patriots.
And I got the Patriots taking Jaden Daniels. Really upped his draft stock after his Heisman campaign. I think he's going to be a great pro.
All right, coming in pick number 4. I think this one's a lock. Marvin Harrison Jr. I mean, look, his dad's in the Hall of Fame. Marvin Harrison Jr. might be in the Hall of Fame as well. This guy is a beast.
Marvin Harrison Jr. is the best wide receiver talent we've seen in college football in a while. Unanimous number 1 wide receiver in the draft. Can't go wrong here. Arizona needs a number 1. I love Marvin Harrison Jr.
Totally. All right, now with pick number 5, I have an interesting one here. I have the Vikings taking the Chargers pick, trading up, and getting J.J. McCarthy. I mean, J.J. McCarthy might throw the ball like he has no thumbs, but everybody seems to love him, and I mean, he just won the championship, so I see him going high.
And for my pick, I got the Chargers taking Malik Neighbors. They just cleared up their wide receiver room, got rid of Keenan Allen, got rid of Mike Williams. There's a lot of open space. New head coach. Malik Neighbors is a great talent at LSU. I got the Chargers taking him.
Totally. Two total studs going at that 5th spot. So now number 6, the New York Giants. I have them taking Malik Neighbors here. I mean, he's a jack of all trades. He can do everything. He can run a 4.4 and jump out of the gym. I can't see anybody passing up on Malik at the number 6 spot.
And for me, I got the Giants. They need their help with their O-line. I believe they stick with Daniel Jones for another year. And they're taking Joe Alt, offensive tackle out of Notre Dame. Best offensive tackle in this draft. He's a stud. Huge frame. Great pick by the Giants.
All right, now with pick number 7, I have the Titans taking Joe Alt. I mean, it's not a flashy position, but Joe Alt's the best at it. He's let up like 1 sack in 2 years. I mean, this dude's the real deal.
And for me, I got Seattle trading all the way up to the 7th spot, taking J.J. McCarthy, 27-1 as a starter. He'll back up Geno Smith for a year, and they have similar play styles, so I think J.J.'s the perfect pick.
All right, now rounding out with pick 8. It looks like we have the same pick, Dallas Turner. This is the first defensive player off the board, and I mean with good reason. Look at this guy. Dallas Turner is a beast. He's a freak of nature, and he led Alabama's incredible defense.
I also got the Falcons taking Dallas Turner. First defensive player off the board. Huge guy, strong, athletic. Falcons need some help off the edge. Dallas Turner's a perfect pick.
He's that guy.
Yep.
Now with number 9, I have the Chicago Bears taking Talisi Fuega, OT out of Oregon State. I mean, this dude looks like he ate another offensive lineman. He's about as big as they get, and they need somebody to protect Caleb Williams, so I think that's the perfect pick for the Bears.
And for me, I got the Bears taking Rome Aduze, wide receiver out of Washington. Amazing talent. Led them to the national championship with 3 great offensive weapons. He was the best wide receiver out of all of them. I think any other draft class, he's the number 1 wide receiver taken off the board.
Yeah, I mean, he's a really good wide receiver, and that's why I have the Giants taking him at number 10. I mean, Aaron Rodgers throwing to Roma Odunze, that's going to be pretty scary. I mean, he's one of the best in college. Any other year, he'd probably be taking number one wide receiver off the board. So
yeah,
him slipping to 10 is pretty crazy.
And I got the Jets taking, I'm going to butcher this name, but Olima Fashuananu out of Penn State. Rodgers getting injured first play of the season last year. They need help protecting him. This guy's a stud. Obvious pick here.
Totally. Now moving on to number 11. So for me, this pick belongs to the Chargers. And I have the Chargers taking Brock Bowers, the tight end out of Georgia. I mean, he's one of the best players in college football. Skill-wise, he's definitely top 5, but he falls to 11 because other teams have bigger needs in this draft class.
And I got the Vikings taking Michael Penix Jr., led his team to the national championship this year, came up short. There was a great deep ball, lefty quarterback. I always like lefty quarterbacks. That's my pick.
Oh, yeah, he's the prettiest spiral in all of college football, that's for sure.
100%.
Now, to round out our mock draft, I have the Denver Broncos taking Teron Arnold, the cornerback out of Alabama. I mean, this dude is a true lockdown. I don't see any of these wide receivers getting past him. I think he'll make an impact right away for Sean Payton and this Broncos team.
And I got the Broncos rounded up with Cooper DeJean out of Iowa. Stud cornerback. They didn't throw to him at all because he's such a lockdown defender. Great defense, and he was the leader of that defense this season. So I got Cooper DeJean.
He's gritty. He plays the right way, that Cooper DeJean guy.
Yep.
All right, well, that's all we have for the mock draft. Now back to Jaden.
Oh.
Thanks, guys. Well, LIV versus PGA has really dominated the golf world this past year, but last week was the start of the best tournament in golf. The PGA and LIV debate was put aside, and the 88th Masters began. There were some huge storylines heading into the opening round. Tiger Woods bad playing his first tournament of the year, Rory trying to complete the Grand Slam and capture his 5th major, and Scotty trying to remain on top of the golf world. The tournament started off all but perfect on Thursday morning as the first round was delayed due to storms. The Masters was put on pause only for about an hour until play did pick back up. Conditions were all but ideal though. The course was soaking wet, and Matt Fitzpatrick, who is the 8th ranked golfer in the world, said it was the hardest conditions he had ever played in. Even with the horrible conditions though, some players got off to a hot start in the first round. To no one's surprise, Scotty Scheffler was one of those players on top of the leaderboard at 6 under through his first 18 holes. Max Homa, who is still trying to get his first major championship win on the tour, was also at 6 under par. The score that raised a bunch of eyebrows, though, was LIV golfer Bryson DeChambeau. DeChambeau led the pack after the first round with a 7 under par score. Other notable first-round scores were Tiger, who shot even, and Rory McIlroy, who shot 1 under. Defending champ Jon Rahm couldn't get anything going, and his scorecard said +3 after the first round. Everything went downhill for Rory after the first round, though, as he shot a 77 in round 2, and he barely made the cut as he was 4 over par. Tiger had a good second round and made his 24th straight cut in Augusta. DeChambeau slowed down a little and shot 2 over par, sliding down a couple spots on the leaderboard. Scotty and Max Homa remained top of the leaderboard after the first 2 rounds, and some key players who didn't make the cut were 2 best friends, Jordan Spieth and Justin Thomas. Spieth, who's usually a popular pick to win the tournament, folded this week. He just couldn't get anything going and was really hard to watch. Spieth had 3 bogeys and even a triple bogey in his second round. Justin Thomas, who struggled all year last year, also did not make the cut. Thomas started off round 1 pretty solid, posting an even score, but on Friday it was a disaster, and that's putting it a nice way. Thomas shot a career low at Augusta, posting a 7 over in round 2. You gotta feel bad for the guy, as that makes 3 missed major cuts in his last 5 major tournaments. On Saturday, the leaderboard shifted a lot and multiple guys moved up and down, with some big names moving up. 2-time major winner Colin Morikawa caught fire, securing 3 birdies on his first 3 holes. Morikawa finished the day at 6 under par in second place, and Scotty was at first place with 7 under. Homa and a Berg were both tied for 4th at 5 under par heading into the final day. DeChambeau had a really bad third round, but captured a hole-out birdie in his final hole, giving him some momentum heading into Sunday. The final day started off really competitive for the first 9 holes. Cam Smith holed out for an eagle on hole 2 and got to 3 under par for the tournament, climbing 4 spots on the leaderboard with that eagle. Homa made 2 birdies in his first 9 holes, getting to 6 under par, and Morikawa made 1 birdie, and Scotty shot even through the first 8 holes. And the 2 holes were tied with 10 holes to go. Hole 9 was what really ended the competition, as Morikawa posted a disastrous double bogey from the bunker and fell 3 spots behind the lead. On the same hole, Scotty stuck within 3 feet of the pin, securing a tap-in birdie. Homa and a Berg were both right up below Scheffler, but could never catch up to him. Scotty made 3 more birdies and won the Masters by 4 strokes at 11 under par. A Berg shot 7 under, and Homa and Morikawa posted a 4 under par score, tied for 4th place. Scotty continues to dominate the PGA, and it will be fun to see how long he continues to have this hot streak. The PGA Championship is in about a month, and we'll see if he can secure his 4th major in 4 years. Now, back to Jaden to close the show.
Thanks, Colton. Well, that is all for this edition of Good Evening KU Sports. Follow us on Instagram at GEKU_sports and tune in every Monday at 3. Rock chalk, and we'll see you next week.